Good evening and welcome to Rancokas Valley High School football. This evening, the Red Devils are home to the Camden Panthers, who come in at 3-1. Of course, Rancocas Valley has yet to lose 4-0 on the season.
This should be Rancocas Valley's toughest test of the season. I mean, Camden comes in, has a complete team, some big-time stars, big playmakers, and aggressive defense. These teams are as closely matched as you can be, with exciting players on the outside and big, strong players on the inside.
No question about it. Rancocas Valley will receive the opening kickoff. It's a second game for quarterback Ahmad Jones for Camden. He's the transfer from Pleasantville. They want to run the football with Christian Braxton. They also want to be balanced, and they have a huge, trust me, huge offensive line that averages 6'3" and 290. Defensively, they want to pressure and attack. They'll show multiple looks, and they want to penetrate in the gaps. Keys offensively must establish the run. Defense, stop the running game and make them earn everything and limit the big plays.
Go ahead.
Sorry,
go ahead. I'm just saying, you're talking about limit big plays, and did my own odd research here, all right? I looked at their game last year, and RV made about every mistake that you can make in a season in one game. And I'll go through that list in a second, but if they can minimize those mistakes this year, they have a much better chance of pulling this off.
RV, as I mentioned, a perfect 4-0, ranked number 1 on the Prime Events Online 25. Red Devils have won the last 2 games without their starting quarterback, Savion Adams, and will be without him again today. They want to get movement up front. They can't be pushed back. Want to run it with success, have a balanced attack, and need Malcolm Harrison, the quarterback, to perform well. Defensively, want to control their running back, Camden's, that is, Braxton. Match the physicality that is up front. Keep splash plays to a minimum and force turnovers. Keys on offense, limit turnovers and penalties. Defensively, they can't allow 3 to 4 30-plus chunk plays, or they will be in trouble. And Ricky Doppler, their starting tight end and defensive tackle, will not be available this evening. Beautiful but warm day here at Rancocas Valley. I guess spring's going to arrive, I should say, fall is going to arrive one of these days, right?
Yeah, it's a couple weeks late. We'll see. I'll take it, though.
I'm with you. Just about ready for the singing of our national anthem. Hear from Bill Gordon Field. We'll step aside and be back with the opening kickoff.
Whoever you are, whatever you like, there's a place where memories become traditions. So this summer, come on down and enjoy all that's fun at the shore. Plan today and book your vacation in America's greatest family resort. Ocean City, New Jersey. We're less than a tank of gas away.
It is known all over the Delaware Valley. Johnson's Popcorn on the Ocean City Boardwalk, specializing in their delicious caramel corn. You can get Johnson's Popcorn in individual servings all the way up to 3.5-gallon tins. Look for them in your favorite food market or party store. Johnson's Popcorn, 1368 Boardwalk in Ocean City. Phone 1-800-842-2676 and have your popcorn shipped to you. They're also online at johnsonspopcorn.com. Johnson's Popcorn, since 1940.
Pride, passion, and persistence. These are the values that drive us all at Ron Jaworski Golf. We strive to deliver outstanding conditions as well as playability for golfers of all ages and abilities. Our championship golf courses offer a variety of challenges, from a link-style walk along the river to an escape into the pines and everything in between. My team at Ron Jaworski Golf is committed to delivering memorable experiences every single day. See all we do at ronjaworskigolf.com.
Rancocas Valley football is presented in part by APS Supply Company in Beverly. Call them at 609-877-7900 and let them know what you need. By Quality Concrete in Cinnaminson. where your residential concrete needs are their top priority. Phone 856-829-6000. And by Vimco, a manufacturer and distributor of quality construction supplies and accessories. Phone 610-768-0500.
All right, back here at Rancocas Valley. Just about set to get this one going. Rancocas Valley hosting Camden.
Tony, we got an early score in this game. Camden 1-0 on the team entrances, and RV 1-0 on that fantastic rendition by Jonasia Lewis of our national anthem. 1-1.
Very, very nice rendition. No question about it. So number 1 against number 8 in South Jersey, according to the online top 25.
So what we're looking at today is going to be the deep ball, who can make the play, who can stay behind the receivers, and the special teams play. Now, Camden likes to squib kick this down, and they're hoping for a mishandling of the ball, or give it to someone who's not used to returning kicks, or maybe a forced fumble. At some point, these teams playing Camden are going to have to put some returners that actually can return the ball up on the second level to return this ball.
Anthony Nelson to kick it off. Talk about a squib. It's recovered by RV. Great field position. I don't know if he intended to quite squib it that way, but nonetheless, RV will have it at the 47-yard line.
Yeah, it normally goes to the second line, and I've seen him this year being able to knock the ball out, to return his hands. I've seen him make a big play. I mean, that's what they're going to get each time they score. That's the kind of kick they're going to produce.
Starting quarterback is Malcolm Harrison. Running back is Jameer Bellamy. J.J. Stewart will also be there. Has done a great job the last couple of weeks. Mickey McQueen and Rivers King, along with Julian Carter and Terrence Knighton, the wide receivers for the Red Devils. Here's Harrison to Bellamy off the left side. Minimal gain.
I'll tell you what, that running style to me looked like JJ. Yeah, I think that was J.J. Stewart. Now comes Bellamy onto the field.
Talib Shakir makes the stop, and he's their leading tackler, Sam, and he's a defensive back, so I don't know if that's good or bad.
I know, right? Normally you say, well, if the D-backs are leading in tackles, something's wrong because the ball's getting to him. Or he's just an aggressive young man who can play football.
Give him an advance of 2 yards. 2nd and 8. McQueen splits far out to the right side. 6'3" wide receiver. Here again is Bellamy. Powers up the middle. Picks up another couple of yards. It's going to bring up 3rd down. Andre Robinson on the stop.
Just going according to script. They testing out the different holes, seeing where the strong points are, seeing where the weak points are. You're going to see a lot more of that. He's coming in and out much more than we're used to seeing, but he's going to be a big playmaker pretty soon.
Andre Birdsong enters the game for the Red Devils.
Young Birdsong earned some more playing time with his play last week. Almost had a big return.
Harrison inside. Give to Knighton. Knighton's going to be far short of the first down. Maybe picks up a yard, but that's going to bring up 4th down for the Red Devils. So 3 and out on their first series.
3 and out, and they had 3 different ball carriers on all 3 of those plays. They went from Stewart to Bellamy to Knighton. So they're showing their versatility in terms of personnel in the backfield.
Azir Pagan is going to receive it. And he's knocked down immediately at the 10-yard line.
All right, that's our first checkpoint in the game. That great coverage, and it was a great job of catching the ball. He had to get over there, the sun's in his eyes a little bit. That great coverage, we're going to see what happens with this drive.
Rivers King making the stop. He had 12 tackles last week against Shawnee and an interception. Terrific game.
he's competing with the D-backs from Camden because he's also a safety, and he's really involved in the game.
Ahmad Jones, the starting quarterback, starting only his second game. He's a transfer from Pleasantville. Christian Braxton is their running back. Come out in the spread. Give to Braxton, looking to get to the outside, but may have picked up a couple, but that's about all.
Yeah, they're running to the strength of the RV defense there. You have Beasley and Ogunswa coming around. They're going to have to be vertical in terms of inside the tackles if they want to get some meaningful yards.
Ibn Muhammad is their leading receiver. Scott Freeman also a wideout. Wasi Muhammad and Jaden Steele complete the wideouts. Give left side again is Braxton to the 15, 16-yard line. That's going to bring up a third down. Third down and 5 for the Panthers.
It's the early rounds of one of those boxing matches where the fighters are feeling each other out, tapping little jabs. Everyone's seeing what they can get. All these plays are scripted, and they're reporting back to the coaches upstairs to see what they should run.
Third down and 5 from the 16 for the Panthers. Back to passes. Jones fires to the right side, and this one is complete for the first down.
He did a good job of finding that gap between underneath the defender and right behind the linebackers. You gotta shut it down a little bit, sit in the hole, give the quarterback a big jersey, big numbers for him to throw to.
Wasi Muhammad on the reception. Mark it at the 26-yard line. Again, Braxton powering his way to the 30, 31-yard line.
Tony, didn't Christopher Osterley have a big game last week? What did he do? He had over 15 tackles last week versus
Shawnee, yeah.
Shawnee.
Tremendous game. You look at their defense, there's so many defenders who have 30, 25 tackles. Again, here's Braxton grabbed by the jersey, slowed down, and then he got some help.
You're going to have to watch that defensive end, the last man on the line of scrimmage or the outside backer. He's kind of held a little bit to get outside. He's going to have to separate himself from that offensive lineman and make sure he maintains outside pressure.
Rivers King made the stop. By the way, the offensive line, 6'5", 220, 6'4", 350, 5'10", 260, 6'2", 285, and 6'7", 290. Coach Lucas said we cannot let them push us around despite their size.
Yeah, you can beat size with speed, get into the backfield and disrupt things.
Jones again looking to throw deep down the left side, and this one is incomplete as McQueen was in good position to make that play.
You have a number of indicators as a defensive back to when you should turn your head and look for the ball. Either you have the receiver's eyes get big or his hands go up, or you have pinned him to the sideline. There's no room for him to go, and then he can turn around and get the ball. He did a fantastic job right there. Mikey McQueen.
Hakeem Muhammad will be kicking it away, standing just inside his 20, and Harrison will wait for it at his 40. Snap, the kick coming right down to Muhammad. Breaks the tackle. Harrison loses the football, and Camden says they have it. And they do.
Special teams mistakes. When these two played last year, I told you they had a number of mistakes. They had an unsuccessful fake punt. They lost a fumble in the red zone. They fumbled on their own 5-yard line. They turned over a squib kick. They gave up a kick return for a touchdown. All this in one game. So they cannot repeat these special teams mistakes.
They'll have it at the 40, check that, 35-yard line. First down. Jones, quick pitch to the right side. It's complete to Muhammad. That's Ibn Muhammad, their leading receiver. close to another first down.
You do a quick swing like that, you know, you're always going to be able to make the reception. The question is how fast can the defense react to it. He didn't lose ground on his swing pass. He actually was gaining ground as he caught it to make sure it wasn't lateral and get in his hands as quick as possible.
9-yard advance. Ball placed down at the 25-yard line. Here's Braxton again, cutting to the outside. Again, grabbed by the jersey and knocked down just about at the line of scrimmage. May have picked up enough for the first down.
Yeah, Aaron Bright, they got his hands on him first, but the rest of the defense was able to get over there and secure the tackle.
Hogan Solo there on the tackle. Ball's going to be placed down just inside the 25 at the 24-yard line.
When you have a sudden change like this, if you're a D-back, you look for a deep ball, see if they can strike fast. Everybody else plays the run first.
Trips to the right side for the Panthers. Throwing again as Jones has all sorts of time to fire it, and this one is incomplete. Deep in the right-hand corner of the end zone. That was intended for Scott Freeman. Has a big length there at 6'3" and 195.
So this is a corner pattern. All right, he wants to press the invert player, press the safety, and then head to the back pylon. And the quarterback's supposed to throw it right in the edge right there. Just a little bit of timing's off. But you know that play was coming because it was sudden change and it was early downs.
So off the incompletion, second down and 10 from the 24-yard line. 5:55 left, opening quarter. Braxton again looking for a hole, but doesn't find much at all. Stacked up after a pickup of a couple. And again, that was Ogunsula with a stop. He's everywhere.
Yeah, Braxton has legs pumping, but you know, I would tell him, hey, if you keep your head up, he may have been able to bounce that out to his left and get some more yards. But he just tucked his head in there and kept the power pushing forward. I don't think Camden has a field goal kicker that they want to test from this distance, so it's going to be 4-down territory.
Again, trips to the right side. They have had all sorts of protection with that big offensive line. Hasn't really seen any pressure. They're going to send people this time. Now he rolls to his left. Has the first down or close to it.
Ahmad Jones is more than a capable runner, so you're going to have to be careful. You're going to send some pressure. The two outside backers or DNs going to have to make sure they stay wide. I mean, they got lucky on a holding call here, but you got to keep him contained. Sometimes they have to understand you can make the play without necessarily making the tackle.
And you could see Coach Lucas as he ran by him, putting his hands up in the air, and of course he got what he wanted.
Yep.
10-yard walk-off. Moves the ball outside the 30 to the 32-yard line. They need the 14 to pick up this first down. Third down.
So you don't go for any, if you're Rancokas Valley on defense, any kind of double moves, any kind of double passes. You sit back. If they're going to pass it, you let them complete in front of you and take them down.
Again, trips to the right side, so Jones again is going to throw it. This time a screen coming up. Nothing there at all as he's hit and dumped. That was the man who had such a Osterley. Had 15 tackles last week and picking up right where he left off.
Tackling machine. So he read it easily. He saw the lineman give the blocks up. He saw the back sneak out. He got right there. He tackles him high. That's what you do with big, strong backs like that. And you hold on and wait for your buddies to come.
Ali Muhammad will kick it. It's a fake. Throwing up in the air like a wounded duck. But it didn't come down to any defender for Rancocas Valley. But you know what, Sam? It's good that it didn't, because if they would have intercepted, it probably would not have gotten as good field position as they do right here.
No, it'd have been a little further back, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say he wasn't close to catching that. So good heads up in terms of getting yourself in position. It was kind of obvious that they're going for something. A punt there would take a highly skilled punter to put that in the corner inside the 10-yard line.
A little trickeration to start off this game by the Panthers.
They already had one big play on special teams in terms of causing a fumble. And then where they're at in the field, why not?
RV will start off at their own 34-yard line.
Ball.
Fumble again. It's loose on the turf. No indication, I believe, that RV was able to recover it. Fortunate for the Red Devils, but as you said, you hope that this is not a rehash of what happened last year.
No, this is self-inflicted, all right? Get the ball, you hand it right there, and it drops even before the running back can clamp it down with his up arm. I mean, I didn't even finish the list. I mean, there's a couple more. It's a PAT blocked and tackle on the end zone and fumble. They're such a disciplined team, and they say make so few penalties that last year when they played Camden and so far this year, they're just not focusing the way they should be, the way Coach wants them to be.
Carter in motion to the left side and a whistle. We've seen this all season, Sam. When they run the motion man, right or left, invariably they have a false start.
They do. They've done it multiple times. And that's a shame because that was a counter crisscross, and he looked like he had a window.
Herzog checks in for RV. It's going to be second down now. And 15. 16 to be precise.
So if you're just tuning in wondering why they're not passing so much, they still are working with a backup quarterback who's a talented enough athlete to really kind of fit the bill as much as he can, but he's no Savion Adams.
Harrison will go to the air, throws to the right side. That's Bellamy with the reception. Bellamy is hit high and hard out of bounds, and there's going to be a marker coming in, probably for unnecessary roughness.
I don't know, unless they're saying targeting, because he was close enough out of bounds to get hit. So unless they're going to say he was too high on the helmet, like he ducked his head in terms of, I'm talking about the tackler from Camden, that should be the only penalty I see.
It is a personal foul. By the way, giving you the officials, Kyle Wagner, referee, umpires Andrew Brandt, linesman is Dan Henley, William Murphy, the line judge, side judge is Jeff Harry, and the back judge, Leon Daniels. So a 15-yard walk-off against the Panthers.
So what are you feeling mentally? You're on your side of the field. You're getting a couple yards here, a couple yards there. Now you have some room to breathe. Now you can open up. You got Harrison, who's doing an admirable job filling in. You can open it up a little bit here.
Ball marked just inside the 45 at the 43-yard line. Bellamy with room. Bellamy has that speed, has the first down, continues driving, protecting the ball, as you see, as he's run out of bounds.
You know, I graded a lot of papers over the day. I'm going to give that an A+. One, he gets through the hole. He doesn't stutter. He doesn't try and cut back. He just hits it. He feels contact coming. What does he do? He covers the ball up with two arms, keeps his leg driving, and he realizes, hey, I was at the 32, and I got all the way down. Inside the 40. Now it looks like there's a flag on the play.
There is. 10-yard walk-off must
like
be a holding.
Yeah.
10-yard penalty is going to bring up first and
Still doesn't negate the fact that it was a nicely run play.
First down and 20 for the Red Devils. Again, Bellamy.
Why not?
Again, room. Smashing up the middle and showing some power there, Sam, because when we saw him earlier in the season, running between the tackles was not his forte, but he has really turned that around and can go outside or inside now.
No, so I would, to put a finer point on that, he runs between the tackles, but now he's delivering a blow at the end of his run. You know, he always stuck his head up in there, but now he's just running, as I like to say, angry. You know, he's like, I'm going to punish you as much as you're trying to punish me. Good job.
And I've heard you talking to him after the games.
Oh, yeah.
Giving him some encouragement and maybe a little instruction as well. Here's Stewart off the left side. Stewart inside the 40 to the 38-yard line. Stewart, a terrific game last week against Shawnee.
I mean, he's a great change of pace back, but, you know, he's turning into just a every down back himself. And They should be running fresh with all these backs. They rotate in and out.
Grady Knepp checks into the ball game for the Red Devils. Now a 3rd down and 6. Looking to overcome that holding call here.
I mean, I would definitely call these plays as a 4-down situation. Bring it out here, spin it out.
Bellamy again loses this time. Camden says they have it. And the officials agree.
I want to look closely at the replay. I don't know if his right arm should be up if he's on the quarterback's left. It was up. Yep, just a bad exchange. The coaches will figure out who's the blame there, but you can't keep turning the ball over to Camden and expect to have success. These guys can score it from anywhere on the field at any time in a blink of an eye. Hinton has this team humming. They're going to be forced to be reckoned with.
So off the turnover, Camden has it back. Off the play action, here's Jones getting some pressure, firing deep downfield, but incomplete.
It's such a hard skill to master, to keep deeper than the deepest man, because 1, Camden has his speedy receivers, and 2, you always want to get out of position.
Wasi Muhammad, the intended receiver. You saw some pressure late there by RV that could have affected the throw.
Right, you put it out there, it's just, it's hard to get that timing right.
Braxton, left side for 2, maybe 3.
So when you talk about the RV defense, you got those 2 big defensive ends, but, those 2 tackles inside are doing a great job. I know Doppler's injured, so he's out, but Santiago and Thomas A., they're really, really, really stuffing it up inside there.
Under a minute left here in this opening quarter. We have no score. 3rd down. Long 6, short 7. Jones again going to the air. Here comes Ogosola throwing to the right sideline. Incomplete.
Looks like a area of a holding call or hands to the face. I'm not sure which one they're going to.
Holding the call. They're probably going to, I would think, Sam, decline it.
They sent, we'll see. They sent 7 guys there, and they just couldn't hold up.
Center receiver was Scott Freeman. Terrence Knighton back to receive this punt, not Harrison.
I wouldn't be opposed to some kind of trickeration here. Go back or something. They haven't done it all year. He's putting these returnable punts.
Kick. Knighton takes it at his 30. Looking for some running room. Reverses his field. Turns the corner along the left sideline and is run out of bounds at the 47-yard, 48-yard line. So nice move there by Knighton, who saw there was nothing going on to the right side, went back the other way and was able to find some blocking and turn the corner.
He sure did. He ran over there, set his blocks up, and said, hey, I see a little green to my left. Let me get over here because, he's an exciting athlete in his own right.
Transfer, just had his first game last week and showed well against Shawnee.
Yep. Rich get richer.
Just 13.2 seconds left in the opening quarter. Rancocas Valley with great field position at their own 47-yard line. Harrison. Bellamy bounces, now cuts back, grabbed after an attempt to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about all he's going to get. And that should be the last play of this first quarter of play.
Yeah, that last play informs your next call. They're flowing hard. You got to cut back, trap them, or kind of crisscross them again.
We've played one. There is no score.
Parent Chief Chapels has been part of the greater Mount Holly community for more than 180 years. Community service and participation are both part of their heritage. When you have need of their services, call 609-267-0399 or go to their website at parentchief.com, or just visit their offices at 438 High Street in Mount Holly. They are there to help honor the memory of your loved one. Parent Chief Chapels, a proud supporter of the student athletes at Rancocas Valley High School.
All right, back here for quarter number 2. No score. Red Devils against the Panthers.
Battle of what easily could have been 2 4-0 teams. And their defenses are playing like it right now.
Second down and 10 from the 46.
There it is.
Hand off the left side, but nothing really there.
At the risk of overcoaching Tony, there's a skill to flea flicker. Okay, you really got to get up in there, got to pause for a second, then throw it back. I think it was a little bit too quick.
That was Harrison on the carry?
Yeah, it was a flea flicker.
Yeah. So the loss of a couple, that's going to bring up a third down and 12.
So what can Harrison throw? He can throw, obviously, the tight end pop, but Doppler's out, but he's still up Beasley. He can throw it to the flat, and he can throw on the sprint with the run option.
Quick throw to the right side. This one is complete, but swarmed as soon as he got it. Another loss. McQueen with the reception, but had really no running room there as Camden was very quick to the ball.
As they are. I mean, you're going to have to do more than that. Now, you do have an option of running a skinny post or a slant after a play fake, but you're going to have to do something first, so this guy's just going to fly to the ball.
Azir Hagan going to return it, picks it up at the 15-yard line, looking to get to the outside. Does make the turn, but he's going to be hit at the 30 and knocked out at the 32-yard line.
Yeah, so we give that young man a coaching point. You may not make the tackle, but you're going to have to get wide enough to turn him back to your buddies. He got sucked in with a little fake by the punt returner, so that was a good punt return.
Isaiah Phillips with the tackle. So Camden gets it back. They'll have it at their own 33-yard line.
And that was the tackling machine, Danny Rivers King.
Jones, the quarterback. Braxton gets the call. He's hit behind the line of scrimmage. Thrown for a 1-yard loss.
Okay. Beasley chased him down from the backside. Watch him turn this corner. He chased him down from the backside, and that just shows speed. If you want to talk about something you want to put on a recruiting tape, just watch him get it. Up top, goes flattens out, straight down the line, catches him. That's big time.
Loss of a yard, 2nd and 11. Braxton again. This time does have running room to the left side, has the first down, continues driving into RV territory at the 47-yard line.
They were trying to get that edge this whole time. They just put the receivers, set the formation the other way, sucked RV's defense in, and the hard running, Braxton was able to make a play.
I think that was Roman Duckett on the carry. So a little change up.
Duckett needs to get more carries.
First down. At the 47-yard line of Rancocas Valley.
Wide split down here.
High snap. Here's Jones. Jones has the first down. Powers his way to the 35-yard line.
Quarterback draw by Jones is enough for a Panther first down.
It seems like a big moment in the game, a 0-0 game. Can Camden put it in, put a score on the board. Can RV stand up and stop them?
Well, you can see this Camden attack has a lot of versatility.
Yes.
I mean, Jones can throw it. He can run it. Braxton runs it. Got some real good wide receivers as well, and, of course, a huge offensive line.
Which, over the course of the game, is going to have an advantage.
There's Duckett again, pounding off left guard.
You got to twist them. You got to slant them. You got to make them work to tire them out. If not, they're just going to lean on you.
Osterley makes the stop. You know, that's something to take into consideration, Sam, because it is a warm evening. And normally, over the course of a game, the offensive line wears down the defense. But when you have an offensive line like this, it could be exacerbated.
All right, they're just now rounding into shape, which is fourth, fifth week of the season. But it is unusually warm.
Duckett breaks out in the clear, spins his way to the 30-yard line. Check that, 20-yard line, pardon me. He has been impressive since coming into the ball game.
Yeah, I mean, you have this image of this high-flying Camden offense, but they are really a grounded, power-running team that are just going to wear you out and just keep hitting until they get what they need. If you don't stop him in the backfield, good luck.
First down. They're going to mark it right at the 20-yard line. Impressive drive thus far by the Panthers. Marker down. Going to be offside against the Panthers.
That seems to be the only thing stopping them right now. So they got to run play action pretty soon with all the success on these running plays.
No score. 7:33 until halftime. Ball moved back to the 25-yard line. No score. Wasi Muhammad splits far out to the right side. Nothing there this time. Is crashing through to make the play.
Number 3, Mr. Braxton is met in the backfield.
That was Thomas Ajian. He's
That's
a defensive tackle. We don't give him a lot of
airtime,
do we? But he's played well.
All he's done is have 25 tackles. He caused a fumble. He recovered a fumble. I think he deserves some airtime.
Coach Lucas says he's 6'3", 245, and he's chiseled. So
yeah, these high school kids nowadays, I'll tell you.
Made the play right there. Timeout. Official timeout.
Equipment? What do we got going on here?
Well, you probably visited their showroom at 1031 Shore Road in Linwood, but at Shopee.com, you can select and design your own trophy or award and order it right there. Shopee's also has a complete line of unique gifts. Remember, you are not presenting the finest trophy unless you're presenting a Shopee trophy. Phone 609-653-1684 for Shopee since 1921. Second down, 17. Jones again back to pass. Looked like a hold there on the left side. I don't see a flag, but RV is complaining about it. Looked like a takedown against Ogasola.
Yeah. Well, that's the one of the only ways you can actually block him. Now you're going to see him post up with his inside arm to the offensive lineman's chest. He's going to get the corner. See him right underneath right there? That's a great tackle by the offensive lineman. That tackle did a great tackle.
Third down, 17.
Camden needs to put this up in the air and try and hit him up the seam if they want to get a score here.
Trips to the right. 4 receivers in the formation. Jones back to pass. Jones is grabbed. Jones is sacked. At the 39-yard line, Ogasola is celebrating, so I'm thinking that he's probably in on that sack.
Yeah, Osterley was there first, but, he hasn't had the same amount of sacks as Ogasola, so, he doesn't know how to celebrate as well. But he's just a tackling machine, and Coach sent him on a blitz, and he said, I'm going to make something out of this. You're not going to have that much time against Rancokas Valley. If that pass is going to be successful, if you looked at the receivers on that play, they were all bunched up to within a 10-yard box.
So Hakeem Muhammad's going to punt it away. RV defense steps up.
Let it go. Let it go. Let it go.
Knighton makes the reception at the 5. Now cutting back. He's to the 15 and the 16-yard line. So made a lot out of not much there.
That's a nice open field move. Just setting up blocks. That's good to see. I wouldn't have advised him to catch that. But if you're going to catch it, do something with it.
Well, he is a transfer. He really showed well against Shawnee last week. And, of course, you add him to the talented offensive playmakers that RV already has. Don't forget, Savion Adams is hopefully going to be coming back in a couple of weeks, and that really is going to inject some energy, more energy into this offense.
So that's a win for RV. They stopped Camden on that drive. It looked like they were about to put it in the end zone.
Right side, Bellamy. 2, 3 to the 20-yard line.
RV's offense is going to have to stay out here no shorter than 4 minutes. Ideally, they'd want to run out the half. In a perfect world, they'd want to score. Camden's going to be reaching for the ball. This ball's on the ground quite a few times. They're going to try and knock it out. The ball carrier, whoever it may be, doesn't cover it up with 2 hands. Watch for Camden trying to rip it out.
Second,
safety.
Sorry, Sam. 2nd and 7. Right side. Again, that's Bellamy across the 20 to the 23-yard line. That's going to bring up a 3rd and a short 5 for the Red Devils. Carter will check in, placing J.J. Stewart. No, J.J. Stewart will stay in the ball game. Bellamy will actually come out.
I'm not going to pretend to see who's the better, to understand who's the better athletes on the outside, but you got to put one up. You got to put one deep. And the receiver always has the advantage. They're not even playing with a free safety, Tony.
Yeah, 3rd down and 4. Harrison, the swing to the left side. This one's complete along the left sideline and depends on where Carter was marked out of bounds. Does not appear he has the first down. Let's see.
I can't see it from here. Well, Coach Lucas is helping the officials out, letting them know it's a first, so that's always helpful.
Is there a marker on that play? There was. That should give them the first down because it's going to be a 10-yard walk-off.
Contact to the head, roughing the passer.
Yeah. Our producer, Sean Kelly, he sees everything, doesn't he?
Sees everything. I mean, he's omnipotent. That means everywhere, Tony.
First down at the 41. Harrison looking to keep it himself, but unsuccessfully so as Anthony Nelson, the 6'2", 280-pound sophomore defensive tackle all over him.
I mean, it's a good idea. You're running outside, they've been flying to the ball. You want to get them moving. I think all these plays are a tick too fast. Just like the flea flicker, just like that play, you got to either ride it longer and let the defense react, then hit it. But if you're going to be real quick, if you're super fast, you're going to run right into them.
Off the 2-yard loss, 2nd down and 12 from the 38. Here's Bellamy. Bellamy spinning in the hole, but going to be knocked out at the 42-yard line. So going to bring up a 3rd down and 9, and Camden calls timeout with 2:57 left till halftime. Well, we have golf on the brain. There's no better time to golf than now. And there's no better membership option out there than the Ron Jaworski Golf Eagle Pass membership. Go to ronjaworskigolf.com and learn how you can belong to 7 courses for the price of just 1. That's right, 7 prices for the price of just 1. This golf membership is an amazing value with great variety that allows playing privileges to individual, family, and corporate memberships at all of Jaworski's award-winning golf courses. So Camden figures they're going to hold RV right here, or going to attempt to hold him right here, and that will force a punt. They'll get the football back with somewhere around 2 minutes left in the half.
So you don't want to see a run if you're a Rancocas Valley fan, but that will force a timeout by Camden. If you pass and it becomes incomplete, you stop the clock.
Just getting rid of it was Harrison under all sorts of pressure. That was Ibn Muhammad putting on the pressure, and that will force a fourth down.
Yep, and you've stopped the clock and you left them with 2 timeouts. Quarterback draw, if gained 0 yards, would have been better in terms of forcing Camden to spend a timeout.
You see how Ibn Muhammad was just sitting there. He was not going to be sucked in and was there to make the stop.
And that's, you know, this staff under Henson, they really, and that's loss of down, so they can't play the down over.
That's right.
So intentional grounding. They're really coaching these kids up. And one of their greatest strengths is discipline. I'm talking about Camden.
Timeout this time called by Rancocas Valley. 2:47 till halftime. No score. If you're planning to build a home, make your first stop a visit to Halliday Leonard. Halliday Leonard will consult you on your design and assist the development of your custom home. They build single-family homes that will fit most any budget, plus condominiums, townhomes, and commercial buildings. Get your ideas together and take them to Halliday Leonard, 700 Haven Avenue in Ocean City, or you can phone them at 609-398-5737. Halliday Leonard will help make your dream home a reality. So Rancocas Valley will have to punt it from deep in their own territory, just inside the 10-yard line. Hollander is a great punter, averages 42 yards a punt. Back to receive it, Azir Pagan. A high snap, going to be able to get it away. Going to bounce down, get a Camden roll. Fighting for extra yards, Pagan, and he's going to be knocked down inside the 45 at the 43-yard line.
That penalty and that return is about a 15 to 20-yard difference from where Camden's starting. And those little things can potentially come and haunt Rancocas Valley here if they're not able to stop them.
Well, they have plenty of time, Sam. 2 minutes, 31 seconds left till halftime. So they can pretty much open up the playbook. They don't have to just throw it on every down.
Yeah, 2 timeouts. I mean, you can just run your offense. At this point, the coaches upstairs have looked down. They think they have this or they think they have that. And those are the plays that get run right now.
Jones off the left side again. Real good run there.
Yep.
He's come on late in this game in the first half, but he's really done an outstanding job. That's Roman Duckett, just a junior at 5'10", 205.
End of the half, end of the game, no matter what you say, you're going to be fatigued. And the defense was hoping that the offense was going to keep the ball for the half or at least the score or something. Now they got to bow up and try and create a stop.
Pickup of 8 yards for Duckett, second and a couple. This time it's Jones. He's grabbed and he's thrown to the turf.
Well, that play was a direct result of Beasley catching the tailback earlier on a couple series ago. So that's their adjustment to that.
Samir McCoy making the tackle. Third down. Long yard for Camden. Clock continues to run, 1:25 left. Camden does not appear to be in a real hurry. Jones going to throw. Has time, throws to the left flat. This one is complete, looking to spin away and does so. Extra yardage, running free, and he's caught from behind just outside the 10-yard line.
Yep, Azir Pagan made a great play. He was doing everything he could to get into that end zone.
First and goal. Throw to the right side. That's Muhammad. Ivan Muhammad fumbles the football, and then
Now he's down.
they say he was down. They did recover it in the end zone. That would have been 6. Going to be marked right at the 1 foot line, it appears. And timeout called with 35 seconds remaining until halftime here at Rancocas Valley. Well, more than 400 crafters, food vendors, and entertainers will line a mile of downtown Asbury between 5th Street and 14th Street October 11th. The Ocean City Fall Block Party will feature entertainers and bands at various spots along the avenue between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. The Ocean City Fall Block Party, October 11th, starting at 9 a.m. Remember, Ocean City, twice as nice in the fall. So you got to figure, Sam, with the offensive line that averages 6'3" and 285, they have a good chance of getting it in the end zone here.
I would say so. If not, Norman Duckett should be like asking for the ball here. Now, you know, you're still high school students. You could jump off sides, could push yourself back, could have something happen, but there should be nothing but a straightforward push right here.
Duckett to the goal line, and he's in easily for the touchdown.
They really needed to get out of the half, 0-0. Now this is their forte. They're squeezed together. It's like a wedge. You have some players leaking through, but you can leak through in the open field and make a play on the end zone when you only have 1 foot to go. It's going to be an automatic score.
6-0. The Panthers strike first. Going to go for 2 points here. Is Camden. Jones is going to roll to his left, being pressured, throws, and it is caught.
Andre Robinson, he's a slight target at 6'4", 285. I think he was able to find him in the back of the end zone. He's playing tight end right now. Outside release. He crosses, gains depth, settles down in the open area. They had 1, 2, maybe 3 people open on that play. They've been going for 2 points all year. They're not real happy with their kicking game, and that's what they normally do.
So they're down now 8-0. You're on the risk there, Sam, of going for the 2 points so early in the game, because obviously RV has a very good field goal kicker and a kicker that makes his PAT, so you don't get it. You're already putting yourself in a position where touchdown and extra points going to give RV the lead.
They go for it every time almost, and if you just make 50% of them, you're going to be on schedule with your score. So you miss one, make one, miss, so it's going to work out okay.
Knighton to the left side. Knighton with blockers in front, and he's run out of bounds near the midfield line with 24.5 seconds left. So what do you think Coach Lucas is going to dial up here?
I'll tell you what I'd like to see. I'd like to see the ball. If Camden's going to play with no free safety and say you're not going to run on us, then you put one on the outside to where it's either caught or it goes out of bounds. You run a risk throwing a post or something like that. But if you put it on the outside and only one guy can get it, the receiver always has the advantage unless it's underthrown, then the D-back can make a play.
Place the ball down at the 45-yard line. Knighton in motion, and again, this is...
this might be on Camden this time.
And it is.
The clock still is running. They're going to have to reset the time.
5-yard walk-off, places the ball down at the midfield line, so...
1st and 5.
Still waiting for the clock to be reset. I think they reset it to a little bit too much.
Yeah.
2 minutes and 50 seconds is not going to work. 25 seconds is where they reset it. Eight to nothing. Camden on top. Don't forget they will receive the second half kickoff as well.
Now they have a plan to use the timeouts and get into field goal range.
Quick pitch to the left side. Too short. Bounces into the hands of McQueen. Looked like they might have had something set up there.
They certainly did. There's a slip screen, and again, everything's done too quickly. They got to retreat a little more. And again, I'm not getting all over the back of quarterback, but he's playing well and it's good. So you want to hold it a little longer, pull the defense in, put a little air on it, let the receiver come underneath, and then he can hit it. He breaks 1 or 2 tackles, and then you never know.
Second down and 5 for the Red Devils. Having some face-to-face conversations
with the backup tight end, right? And then the backup QB communication. So, did he snap that?
Well, it looked like Harrison made the motion with his hands, and then everybody seemed to jump. So that puts them right back where they were before, giving back the 5 yards they picked up. Second down and 10 now for the Red Devils. 21 seconds left in this first half of play. Harrison looking for room, throws deep down the middle of the field. McQueen was there, but just a little underthrown, giving the defensive back, that being Jawan Brownlee, an opportunity to recover and knock it away.
That's exactly what we're talking about. The receiver always has the advantage. Harrison did a great job of stepping up in the pocket, gathering himself and releasing it. Anything but an underthrown ball is to the receiver's advantage. And that's what you got to do. They're not playing any free safety. You got to make them pay.
Now third down and 13 seconds remaining. He had him there.
Did a great job of avoiding pressure.
Queen probably had 2 yards on the defender, now throwing deep down the center of the field again, intended for McQueen. This time he flipped the script. He overthrows him.
Yeah, plus they put guess what they did? They put a safety out there now. They're not playing.
So just under 6 seconds left.
That would have been a nice time to run a draw or audible to a draw, knowing they took one less. They had one less person in the box. You got a speedster, a running back. You could have made a good play, and you certainly could have run the clock out.
Rancokas Valley will down it at the 25-yard line. That's Christopher Osterling making the touch-up, and that's going to end this first half of play. So Camden scores first, has a 2-point conversion. They lead it 8-0. We'll be back with the second half action in just a few.
Rancocas Valley football is presented in part by APS Supply Company in Beverly. Call them at 609-877-7900 and let them know what you need. By Quality Concrete in Cinnaminson, where your residential concrete needs are their top priority. Phone 856-829-6000. And by Vimco, a manufacturer and distributor of quality construction supplies and accessories. Phone 610-768-0500. Parent Chief Chapels has been part of the greater Mount Holly community for more than 180 years. Community service and participation are both part of their heritage. When you have need of their services, call 609-267-0399 or go to their website at parentchief.com or just visit their offices at 438 High Street in Mount Holly. They are there to help honor the memory of your loved one. Parent Chief Chapels, a proud supporter of the student athletes at Rancocas Valley High School. Highway Tire and Auto Service stocks a wide selection of tires for your vehicle. Their passenger tire inventory includes favorite brands like Goodyear, Kelly, and Dunlop. But there's more. Highway Tire and Auto Service, family-owned and operated for over 60 years, also offers specials on oil changes, alignment, and brake service. Highway Tire and Auto Service, 1661 Route 38 in Mount Holly. Phone them at 609-267-5300 or visit them online at highwaytires.com.
Pride, passion, and persistence. These are the values that drive us all at Ron Jaworski Golf. We strive to deliver outstanding conditions as well as playability for golfers of all ages and abilities. Our championship golf courses offer a variety of challenges from a link-style walk along the river to an escape into the pines and everything in between. My team at Ron Jaworski Golf is committed to delivering memorable experiences every single day. See all we do at ronjaworskigolf.com.
It is known all over the Delaware Valley. Johnson's Popcorn on the Ocean City Boardwalk, specializing in their delicious caramel corn. You can get Johnson's Popcorn in individual servings all the way up to 3.5-gallon tins. Look for them in your favorite food market or party store. Johnson's Popcorn, 1368 Boardwalk in Ocean City. Phone 1-800-842-2676 and have your popcorn shipped to you. They're also online at johnsonspopcorn.com. Johnson's Popcorn, since 1940.
Whoever you are, whatever you like, there's a place where memories become traditions. So this summer, come on down and enjoy all that's fun at the shore. Plan today and book your vacation in America's greatest family resort. Ocean City, New Jersey. We're less than a tank of gas away.
Rancokas Valley football is presented in part by APS Supply Company in Beverly. Call them at 609-877-7900 and let them know what you need. By Quality Concrete in Cinnaminson, where your residential concrete needs are their top priority. Phone 856-829-6000. And by Vimco, a manufacturer and distributor of quality construction supplies and accessories. Phone 610-768-0500. Parent Chief Chapels has been part of the greater Mount Holly community for more than 180 years. Community service and participation are both part of their heritage. When you have need of their services, call 609-267-0399 or go to their website at parentchief.com or just visit their offices at 438 High Street in Mount Holly. They are there to help honor the memory of your loved one. Parent Chief Chapels, a proud supporter of the student athletes at Rancocas Valley High School. Highway Tire and Auto Service stocks a wide selection of tires for your vehicle. Their passenger tire inventory includes favorite brands like Goodyear, Kelly, and Dunlop. But there's more. Highway Tire and Auto Service, family-owned and operated for over 60 years, also offers specials on oil changes, alignment, and brake service. Highway Tire and Auto Service, 1661 Route 38 in Mount Holly. Phone them at 609-267-5300 or visit them online at highwaytires.com.
Pride, passion, and persistence. These are the values that drive us all at Ron Jaworski Golf. We strive to deliver outstanding conditions as well as playability for golfers of all ages and abilities. Our championship golf courses offer a variety of challenges from a link-style walk along the river to an escape into the pines, and everything in between. My team at Ron Jaworski Golf is committed to delivering memorable experiences every single day. See all we do at ronjaworskigolf.com.
It is known all over the Delaware Valley. Johnson's Popcorn on the Ocean City Boardwalk, specializing in their delicious caramel corn. You can get Johnson's Popcorn in individual servings all the way up to 3.5-gallon tins. Look for them in your favorite food market or party store. Johnson's Popcorn, 1368 Boardwalk in Ocean City. Phone 1-800-842-2676 and have your popcorn shipped to you. They're also online at johnsonspopcorn.com. Johnson's Popcorn, since 1940.
Whoever you are, whatever you like, there's a place where memories become traditions. So this summer, come on down and enjoy all that's fun at the shore. Plan today and book your vacation in America's greatest family resort. Ocean City, New Jersey. We're less than a tank of gas away.
Rancocas Valley football is presented in part by APS Supply Company in Beverly. Call them at 609-877-7900 and let them know what you need. By Quality Concrete in Cinnaminson, where your residential concrete needs are their top priority. Phone 856-829-6000. And by Vimco, a manufacturer and distributor of quality construction supplies and accessories. Phone 610-768-0500. Rancokas Valley football is presented in part by APS Supply Company in Beverly. Call them at 609-877-7900 and let them know what you need. By Quality Concrete in Cinnaminson, where your residential concrete needs are their top priority. Phone 856-829-6000. And by Vimco, a manufacturer and distributor of quality construction supplies and accessories. Phone 610-768-0500. Parent Chief Chapels has been part of the greater Mount Holly community for more than 180 years. Community service and participation are both part of their heritage. When you have need of their services, call 609-267-0399 or go to their website at parentchief.com or just visit their offices at 438 High Street in Mount Holly. They are there to help honor the memory of your loved one. Parent Chief Chapels, a proud supporter of the student athletes at Rancocas Valley High School. Highway Tire and Auto Service stocks a wide selection of tires for your vehicle. Their passenger tire inventory includes favorite brands like Goodyear, Kelly, and Dunlop. But there's more. Highway Tire and Auto Service, family-owned and operated for over 60 years, also offers specials on oil changes, alignment, and brake service. Highway Tire and Auto Service, 1661 Route 38 in Mount Holly. Phone them at 609-267-5300 or visit them online at highwaytires.com.
Pride, passion, and persistence. These are the values that drive us all at Ron Jaworski Golf. We strive to deliver outstanding conditions as well as playability for golfers of all ages and abilities. Our championship golf courses offer a variety of challenges from a link-style walk along the river to an escape into the pines and everything in between. My team at Ron Jaworski Golf is committed to delivering memorable experiences every single day. See all we do at ronjaworskigolf.com.
So we're going to start the third quarter of play with Camden in the lead and going to receive the football here. Hollander with the kick, taken by one of the up people. Looking to circle to the left side. He's not going to get there. He's triple team, but still fighting. That again is Azir Pagan, and we've seen a lot of him in the return game, Sam. He's tough to bring down.
He is. Now, this is what we were talking about earlier. When you keep your lanes, they're building a fence, and you make the ball carrier go back to your other defensive players. Right here, he widens out. He doesn't make the tackle right there, but he holds him up long enough for his guys to come in and make the play. That's team defense, team coverage.
The Panthers will have the football at their 28-yard line with an 8-0 lead. That's all the scoring we had in the first half. But I have to say, Sam, that in the first half, Camden did have the better of it offensively.
They did, and they had the drives, and what stopped them was the penalties and untimely plays. Well, look at this.
Continues driving. Duckett, we've seen him. Of course, Braxton is the starting running back. We don't know if he's injured, but Duckett has come on and really performed well.
2 tiers on the Duckett. Let's go.
Pick up a 5+ yards on first down, putting it down at the 34-yard line. Second, we'll call it 4, long 4. Ibn Muhammad, their leading receiver, splitting out to the right side. Jones, again Duckett, this time grabbed on his shoulder pads and then stopped and thrown back.
Yep. RB has adjusted to it. Now it's Camden's turn to run a play action off of that. Well, they may not hear because it's so short. They're just going to try and get the first. But at some point during this drive, run a play action off of that.
Third down, 3rd and a yard. Jordan Evans checks in on defense for RV, 6'5" and 315, give him a little bit more bulk in the middle. They give left side, first down, going to be picked up.
So sometimes there are blocking schemes where, you believe it or not, you leave defensive linemen unblocked because you expect them to run by the ball. Depending on the down and distance, D-line needs to know, I'm not going to take more than 1 to 2 steps upfield and flatten out and make the play. Right there, 2 defenders got run by. He got the first.
And that was Braxton on the carry. He started the game, but Duckett has seen a lot of action from that running back position and done well. First down. Mark it at the 44-yard line. Again, Braxton left side. He's grabbed to the line of scrimmage, but that doesn't bother him as he drags tacklers and picks up 4 or 5 yards off the left side.
Yeah, there's no mystery, Tony, and what they're trying to do offensively coming out in the second half. Run some time off the clock, wear RV down. You may have limited success right now, but it's going to pay dividends later as those guys are trying to push those big heavies off of them.
An advance of 3 yards for Braxton. Again, Muhammad, you see him there splitting out to the right side, their leading receiver. 2nd and 7. This time the give is to Duckett, and Duckett will go nowhere. That was that outstanding defensive end, Michael Beasley, who makes the stop.
And Ogunsula, they're not worn down. They're ready to play. They're showing they can rush the passer and watch Beasley close down here. Both of them. Pincer position.
That'll bring up 3rd and 7. Welsi Muhammad splits far out to the right side. Line up in a slot. Here's Jones looking to throw. Jones escapes, but then he's grabbed at the line of scrimmage. Again, Beasley is there to throw him down. A great job there by Beasley. Don't forget, he rushes the passer, but then able to recover and also make the tackle as Jones looks to escape the pocket.
Look at their pressure. They rush both B gaps right there, A gaps. They force them up in the pocket. You need your D linemen, I'm talking about your D tackles, to maintain that pressure on the inside and don't create a gap for the QB to scramble through. That's a good defensive play.
Halim Muhammad will kick it from his 37-yard line. High, coming down to Knighton and makes the catch at the 17-yard line, stutter stepping and across the 20 to the 24-yard line. So Knighton looks like he's a really good punt returner as you see him really watch that ball. He can track the ball, he secures the ball, and then he runs with the football very well after making the catch.
He has the number one thing you need in a punt returner. He has no fear. Okay, you can see that right there. His elbows are in. And once he starts to return, he's going to be able to use his blockers more. And this is going to be a weapon. I'm predicting it now. As the season goes on, that's going to pay dividends.
So RV will have the football at their own 24-yard line, trailing it 8-0.
They're going to have more success running now that they took up.
Lorenzo Patterson sets to the left side at tight end. The give is to Bellamy off the right side. Bellamy across the 30 to the 32-yard line. So 8-yard advance on first down.
Just one less person in the box makes the difference, and Camden knows that. You just have to catch them with no free safety. You got to audible, check, do what you got to do, throw it deep.
Bellamy will come out.
At this point, they might also run the plays in with the running backs. They're coming in and out so much.
2nd down and a long 3 for the Red Devils, trailing it by the count of 8-0. Looking to get on the scoreboard early in this second half. Counter play inside. First down's going to be picked up.
I'm taking a guess just for running style alone. Let's see. Yep.
Yeah, that was Knighton.
Certainly distinct styles between J.J. Stewart, Knighton, Bellamy. He has that quick second step, sees the hole. I would like to see him bounce that and run around that defender. But, he's got to get some more reps in there.
Bellamy back in the ball game. The ball put down at the 37-yard line. First down for the Red Devils. Lorenzo Patterson, that big tight end, to the left side. Bellamy powers up the middle, may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage or picked up a yard. Forward progress is actually going to give him 2 yards on the play.
I would like to see some kind of inside handoff action. Pull it back out, throw a fade on the outside. Or if he's no free safety, a skinny post. I would like to see Camden bring some more pressure and just try and disrupt RV's offense in the backfield.
And we saw them throwing the football at the end of the first half, Sam, and we were both saying, well, maybe they want to start throwing it a little bit sooner here, give the offense a little more balance. Let's see what they do here. There's the give, off right side to the 40.
Yeah, what's happening is Camden is not missing tackles. I mean, once one person has his hands on the ball carrier, it doesn't really matter which one it is, they're holding on. And their boys are coming and they're wrapping them up. This is a good example of team tackling.
Going to bring up a long 5 yards for RV, and we saw him attempt that slip screen You remember in that first half where they had it set up very well. See if they go back to it here.
They can do a slip screen, or they can do a flare or flat pass out here and have them make one move and easily get 5 to 6 yards.
Knighton in motion. Quick throw to the left side. This one is intercepted. That's a third turnover in this ball game.
That was, and there are some plays where you throw it to a spot. All right, let's just say that. But that one was, again, early, and it was downfield. You want to throw a screen 2 to 3 yards in the backfield. That's where the back's coming. That ball is beyond the line of scrimmage. All right, and again, I'm not jumping all over him. He's doing the best he can here, but you got to be able to throw that to a spot.
Freeman makes the interception. The intended receiver was out there waiting for it. That was McQueen, but he had a blocker in front as well, but you got to get him the football before he can do anything with it.
Tony's starting to call plays now,
Here's Jones off the play fake. Jones powering off the right side, still going, still on his feet, refuses to go down, but they blow the whistle after he picks up the first down. That great fake there to Braxton, able to free him off the right side.
So now you start talking to your ends, in this particular case Beasley, and you say you've done a great job of hitting the back on that. We're going to switch it up. Next time they give you that look, go right to the quarterback and hit him in his mouth. And that'll dissuade them from running that play, having unblocked the end. Not because you may have stopped the play, because the quarterback's taking unnecessary hits.
They have it at the 34-yard line, looking for more as they lead it 8-0. Braxton left side. Braxton picks up a couple.
Yeah, you're gonna have to make something happen. You don't make them go side to side at the hole at the point of attack. It's gonna be tough to bring them down.
Braxton on the season coming into this game with 361 yards and 3 touchdowns.
So he's been around. That's for this to be the 5th game of the season. He's had some success.
And Duckett, 181 yards and 3 TDs as well. So a good combination between the two for the Panthers. 2nd down and 9 from the 33 of RV. Here's Jones, pump fakes, now thinks better of it. He escapes the pocket, and he's going to be just short of that first down, but able to get flushed out and still make something of it.
Yeah, I mean, he's a dangerous runner. I mean, I've seen him earlier this year turn a scramble. It's not always it's not always a design play, but he turns a scramble into not only a first down, sometimes a touchdown.
He appeared to have more yardage, but still 3rd down, and we'll call it a long 5 for Camden.
I would change things up. I'll call no play timeout. We didn't call play. See if you can get RV to jump, come back, get you a nice sprint out to the wide side of this field. Try and get the first.
Trips to the right. Jones with time fires to the right side. This one's complete at the 15-yard line. That's Ibn Muhammad. They're leading a receiver. Makes the reception. Nice comeback move there as he looked that ball right in, and the big first down, the big gainer to the 14-yard line.
Talking about dropping it in the hole. What a pass here. All right, this is a 3-level pass. You have short. The outside receiver number 1 clears out. Ibn is right there, pulls it in. No fear, keeps going. That's a good play.
So Camden knocking at the door again. Ball inside the 15 at the 14-yard line, already leading at 8-0. Duckett, stutter stepping, finds room to the 11.
Just, methodically going downfield, looking for advantages when you can. Stay within yourself. Do what you guys do best. RV's going to have to bring some pressure again. They've been doing a good job of that, at least in the first half. They need to tell the defensive ends to switch up how they play. It's the same thing every time.
Of course, the advantage here for Rancokas Valley, if they can stop them from scoring the touchdown, or stop them, period, is that they don't have a real good place kicker, Sam, and that could be beneficial to Rancocas Valley. Of course, that's based upon the fact that they can stop him here.
I mean, at least we get to see an old style straight-on kicker if they ever do decide to kick it.
Jones stopped at the line of scrimmage. Really had nowhere to go.
Quarterback throw on second down, gains 1. It's going to bring up 3rd and 6.
That was big Jordan Evans making the stop for the Red Devils.
Yep, they haven't quit. They're within a minute of the 3rd quarter being gone. Unbelievable.
Well, both teams running the football. Of course, Camden throwing it more than RV, but yeah, this 3rd quarter really has flown by.
Yeah.
Trips to the left. 3rd and 6. Jones will throw, and he's going to be hit and dumped from behind. It's a fumble. Yes, it is a fumble. I believe that RV recovered. No indication as of yet from the officials. Now they do signal that the Red Devils have recovered it, and we were just talking about if they can turn them aside. Didn't quite have that in mind, but we'll take it.
Now, they're sitting everybody right here, so you can only block so many. You have one unblocked. And Coach said 2 weeks ago when they started getting all those sacks, he wants to expand their repertoire from just sacking the quarterback to ripping it out, causing fumbles, and they've done exactly that.
Ogunsola, he's 5'11", 210, gives up a huge amount of weight to those offensive linemen, but he's got that quickness, and quickness can win over size many times.
And leverage. It's all about leverage. You got to see his hips and lower half of his body. It's all about leverage.
The inside hand for a few.
The ball came out there too after they marked him down.
That was Knighton on the carry, I believe, having a struggle to get off the field. That's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter of play as Camden continues to lead it 8-0.
Rancocas Valley football is presented in part by APS Supply Company in Beverly. Call them at 609-877-7900 and let them know what you need. By Quality Concrete in Cinnaminson, where your residential concrete needs are their top priority. Phone 856-829-6000. And by Vimco, a manufacturer and distributor of quality construction supplies and accessories. Phone 610-768-0500.
Pride, passion, and persistence. These are the values that drive us all at Ron Jaworski Golf. We strive to deliver outstanding conditions as well as playability for golfers of all ages and abilities. Our championship golf courses offer a variety of challenges from a link-style walk along the river to an escape into the pines and everything in between. My team at Ron Jaworski Golf is committed to delivering memorable experiences every single day. See all we do at ronjaworskigolf.com.
We go to the 4th, Camden with an 8-0 lead. Rancocas Valley in possession. Ball's going to be marked at the 12-yard line, 2nd down and 10 for the Red Devils. Quick throw to the left side is complete, turning the corner and having room, picking up the 1st down on that swing pass. Andre Birdsong was able to get outside and make something of it.
If you look at that pass and you look at the pattern, he didn't break stride at all. He's coming in motion. He's going to turn and run this flat route. Same speed, plants, gets upfield. That's exactly how you run it. There's no juking, there's no jumping back, there's no extra cuts. That's how you run that play.
They can mix those short passes in.
That's what he can do. Right? That's what I said. He can throw the slant or skinny post. He can throw the flats. And he obviously, if there's no free safety, I don't care. Throw the fade.
Well, you see McQueen splitting out to the right side. And again, there's no free safety as here's Harrison. Gets a block, turns the corner, and is going to be knocked out of bounds at the 32-yard line.
Birdsong again. You got his little package. You got a couple plays here, a couple plays there, something he runs well.
Talib Shakir, their leading tackler, makes the stop. 3-yard advance on 1st down.
If the game plan is to get Camden running side to side and then come back with something. They seem to be setting that up.
2nd and 7. From the 31. Harrison to give off the right side. Nothing really there. It looked like there was something there, but nothing really there. And Bellamy is asking the officials about something.
Watch this hole close. All right, they get this well blocked, look at that, and then they close it. That's how fast they are. That's unbelievable. As a running back, you're looking like, all right, I see nothing but green. Here comes a flash of yellow, flash of gold, and close that hole in an instant.
1 yard pickup. That'll bring up a 3rd down and a long 5 for the Red Devils. Looking to continue this drive here in the 4th quarter. Carter in motion to the left. Harrison finds a room briefly, and then he's grabbed and tossed down.
It's the same thing over and over. They look like they have a moment of room, moment of time to make a play, and then Camden just closes it down out of nowhere.
Well, I guess that's a matter of holding your blocks for maybe a half a second longer, or is it?
Well, on the line it is, but I'm just referring to those backers and everybody scraping and coming across, making big plays. He fair caught it. That's a penalty. Now run this back. You're going to see he put his hand up like it was a fair catch.
I see here Pagan and the sideline. You can see they're pointing. That's a penalty. Question is, are the officials going to call it? They're talking it over, as you can see there to the left side of the screen.
So he definitely put his hand up, and there's a procedure you have to go through. You have to get above your face mask and all that kind of stuff. But the point is that was what's commonly known as a fair catch signal, and he immediately took steps afterwards. So that flag is way back there. You think it would have been judges closer to the returner.
Call is holding against Camden. So guess they saw something different than what we did.
Huh.
I mean, it's still a 10-yard walk-off, but it looked like, as you said, Sam, the signal for the fair catch, and then he decided not to fair catch it.
See, right? Oh, can we get there in time? All right, it was just right before that one. Yeah, we didn't get it.
So the 10-yard walk-off is going to move the football back to the 31-yard line, 31.5-yard line, so that costly penalty on Camden. They do have the lead and the football.
They don't have to get careless. They don't have to do anything different. They've been taking chunks of time off the clock. Oh, good Lord. They've been taking chunks of time off the clock as they've been going. It's dangerously high, but good, strong, tough tackle.
That was Beasley.
I mean, this is what they want. The clock's running. They're popping 3 or 4 yards a play. Take the time, get in the huddle. If they don't score, they're saying they're gonna give the ball back with maybe a couple minutes left if their plan goes according.
Of course, if they make a few more first downs, even if they have to punt it, it's going to be a good field position drive for the Panthers.
Yeah, I would think if RV does have a punt block in.
Quick throw to the right side.
What a play.
Grab right after he makes the reception along the right sideline for a 1-yard loss.
Not only did he fight off the blocker, he kept the outside shoulder free, kept his leverage, hit him high, brought him to the ground. That's his quick reaction coming up. Good job. That's a good tackle.
Loss of a couple, 3rd down and 12.
The majority of the mistakes in terms of ball handling has been on RV's side. Camden hasn't made that many mistakes today. They really haven't. Had a few untimely penalties that were drive stoppers, drive killers, but genuinely they played within themselves.
See what Coach Henson dials up here. They're just going to toss it to Braxton, and Braxton at best gets back to the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up a 4th down. They're going to give him a 1-yard pickup, and they'll be forced to punt the football.
Well, the law firm of Braxton and Duckett didn't get the first that time, but they've been running hard all day.
Halim Muhammad to punt it.
Yeah, no fake this time.
Close to being blocked, coming up forward and ducking under the attempted tackle by Braxton.
Knighton caught it. I love it.
Yep.
Because that was a low, wobbly kick. It could have easily bounced left and went out of bounds or dribbled 20 yards back. So if they get a score in this drive, that's one of the key plays.
He's really shown, I mean, when you look at someone like him, it's like that's a punt return.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, he just seems to do everything right. He's not going to fumble the football, and he's done very well since becoming active after transferring. Carter in motion to the left side. Here's the give up the middle. Struggling across the 45 to the 47-yard line.
That's a good chunk of yardage right there. Good spot. I'm waiting to see if Camden's going to sit back and see if RB can't get any big chunks, or if they're going to send some pressure and try and cause some disruption in the backfield of Rancocas Valley.
Bellamy picks up 5 on 1st down. Check that, 4, pardon me. 2nd and 6 from the 47. Down to 6:40 left in this ball game. Blackshear. Here's the attempted pass by Harrison, and looking for McQueen, but said, I just better throw it at his feet because nothing really there.
Yeah, it's 3rd time they tried it, and that was the best pass of the 3, if you can believe it, for throwing it at his feet. That play might not be here today, but any kind of 1-2 pump scramble, 1-2 pump throw deep, something. They could have run the ball 2 times in a row and tried to get a first, but this, Camden's defense is just there. They're everywhere.
You see McQueen exercising his right arm there. Might have had a little ding on that last play. Back to pass Harrison. Throws to the right side. Bellamy's got the football.
Stay in.
They're going to say it is a reception and a 1st down. And we saw what can happen when he gets a short pass and can take it the distance.
So Harrison can throw, under 25 yards, all these ins and outs and something quick. And it looked like it was actually tipped almost. Well, I can't see because of the heads of the players, but they called him in. Nice ball, tight spiral.
Right tackle doing an outstanding job of blocking on that play. Would not get that let that defensive end get near Harrison until he threw it.
And all 6'4".
Carter again in motion. Again, here's the inside counter with some room. Blackshear with the carry and picks up.
That is not a problem getting those 4 yards, Tony. There's nothing wrong with that. You can hit that, you can get that to run in that play. They got something off of that.
That was Birdsong on the carry, pardon me. Ball marked inside the 40 at the 39-yard line. 4-yard advance. 2nd down and 6. So they're sustaining this drive.
They are, and they're doing a great job of mixing up plays. Now, I can't wait to see when they throw that flat or the flare again to the outside, the wide side of the field, to give themselves a chance to get, 10, 15 yards maybe.
That's going to cost them 5.
Well, that's happening less frequently than it was earlier in the year, but it's almost when it happens is as important as how often it happens. It's a critical point in the game. It's critical field position, critical down and distance. I mean, very few times that it's worse than that to happen.
Let's see if Coach Lucas is going to dial up something in the air here. He does not. Harrison keeps it to the 41-yard line, but far short of the first down. That's going to bring up a third down and 9. And at this point in the game with 5:13 left, do you figure they're going to go on fourth?
Yeah, you should see that Camden's defensive line has been shedding the blocks and waiting in the holes. Watch this run. Watch the fake. They shed the blocks. They're sitting right there. He wraps him up even though he doesn't have the ball. They're just there. They're just firing through, making plays. Yeah, they're going to they can't expect to get the ball back in any meaningful time. They're going to go for it.
3rd and 8. He'll
Let
go
it
to
go.
the air.
Let it go.
Fires deep. All alone is McQueen, but just too much on the throw. Well, that could have been 6.
They just have to do that before it's critical to do that. It's been there all day. It's been there all day.
That's got to be frustrating when you're McQueen and you're running down the sideline with nobody within 3 yards of you.
That is the hardest ball, Tony, to catch in the history of football. When you're wide open or a blown coverage, the ball's in the air for about 3.5 hours before it comes down.
So that brings up a 4th and 8.
They can throw a swing pass here and get the first or a flat.
Harrison will roll left. Throws on the run, and this one is
That's all they
complete
have
to McQueen for the first down, and he goes out of bounds. So a reception and goes out of bounds to stop the clock.
That's a 3-level pattern like Camden ran on Rancokas Valley earlier. You just have a short pattern to suck up the player. You run deep to clear out the corner, and you just slide in between. See how he clears out the corner? And see how he's by himself on the side? That invert player should have stayed on the second level and let them throw it short and rally for the tackle.
And you saw the defensive back there, Sam. He went with the other receiver, pulled him off of McQueen, giving him the opportunity to uncover.
That's good play design. It's just a flood route or sail route, but still good play design.
They give to Bellamy. Bellamy to the right side. Bellamy keeps driving, still won't go down to the 22-yard line.
That's right, you get an A for effort. There's moments there, and it looked like he was going to break it. Now, how's the mental focus of both teams right now? Can you do something a little different? Can you make Camden make a mistake? Can Camden force RV into a mistake? Can they get into the backfield, cause penetration? Who has the focus at this late in the game?
First down on the run by Bellamy. Very tough run right there. As you say, he's been getting a little more aggressive with those runs as the season goes along.
Yeah, well, it should be fresh because 37 backs over there.
Here he is again, pounding up the middle inside the 20 to the 17-yard line. So it's interesting, Sam. You wonder how Coach Lucas is thinking, what he's thinking of here, because they're down 8-0. They're running the football. The clock's continuing to run. So if they do score and they don't get the 2-point conversion, if they go for 2, which they probably will, then they're going to have to get the ball back again in order to get a score.
You're thinking we're going to score and get 2. You don't let the other part into your mind. That's the only thing that can happen. You got one option.
Got to think positive, right?
That's right. You got one option. You can score or you can score.
Bellamy getting a great push there. Continuing to drive to the 13-yard line. Just a little short of that first down, but again, the clock continues to run.
So now, I would just keep within your play call, and you don't have to do anything special here. If you want to run birdsong out to the flat or something, that's safe enough.
Carter in motion. Inside counter again, tripping over either his own blocker or whatever. But that was birdsong. Could have probably gotten a lot more, but unable to pick up the first down. That brings up 4th down for the Red Devils.
It's just like my bad golf swing. They're doing it too quickly. Okay, you got to slow down and let it develop, and you will get more yardage out of that play.
So this might be the key play in the ball game for Rancocas Valley if they are unable to pick it up. Camden won't have the football in good field position, but they certainly can run it out.
And then you go, you get a first down.
Camden jumps. RV picks up the first without running a play.
You know, the no-play timeout is so underestimated. It's just a great call. You don't even call plays here. Your offensive team doesn't think they're running something. Now, of course, that wasn't it, but when we talked about focus a couple plays ago, well, that's what we're talking about. Who has the focus? Who's going to maintain discipline? That's going to be the difference.
5-yard walk-off is going to place the ball down inside the 10-yard line at the 7. So first and goal for the Red Devils. They are trailing at 8-0. It's been that way all second half.
Dive counter.
Bellamy to the goal line, and he is in easily.
A couple of their cheerleaders might be faster than some receivers out there. They got down 4.2, 40 yards.
7-yard touchdown run.
Sometimes it's not about getting creative. It's about doing what you practice and getting better at over and over again. And they've been waiting for that pop all game long.
So you don't see Rancocas Valley go for 2 points on a regular basis, but they need one here.
Yeah. They've had success this direction, send the quarterback out wide, and they also have success on the dive. If they found something in terms of personnel-wise with that last play, they do that.
J.J. Stewart is in the ball game, rolling right as Harrison. Harrison's going to keep it, now throws into the end zone, and this one is caught, but was he in? He was not.
It's waited a little too long. That is asking a lot. I thought they were going to come back the other way or throw back or something because there's not a person on the other side of the field.
8-6, Camden continues to lead it. You have golf on the brain? Well, there's no better time to golf than right now. There's no better membership option out there than the Ron Jaworski Golf Eagle Pass membership. Go to ronjaworskigolf.com and learn how you can belong to 7 courses for the price of 1. That's right, you heard me correctly. 7 courses for the price of 1. This golf membership is an amazing value with great variety that allows playing privileges to individual, family, and corporate memberships at all of Jaworski's award-winning golf courses. So it all depends. It's all in the hands of that RV defense as to whether they can stop Camden. Of course, you don't want to give up any first down because that's just going to give them the ability to run more clock. So this first series of Camden is going to be very important for that defense.
You're not even thinking that, Tony. You're going onside. Unlike the NFL, you don't have to declare. I would assume they're going for the onside kick because it's not like Camden can get close enough to kick a field goal. So it's 50 yards away or 70 yards away. Give yourself a chance. They're thinking positive. They're going to receive this onside kick. They assume it's going to bounce off somebody, touch them after 10 yards. They just don't want to touch it before 10 yards and ruin the whole play.
Hollander. It bounces, and it's grabbed by Muhammad. Even Muhammad.
Muhammad has returned to kickoff. in a regular situation, he might not be the one you want to kick to, but they gave it a good try.
So the ball is going to be placed down at 45-yard line, 46-yard line of Rancocas Valley. So Camden gets the real good field position, but Sam, it was something you really had to do.
I mean, you got to try and win, right? You got to try and do it. You have a team that has a good kicker. They're not used to going for 2, so you're going to have that weirdness. Illegal substitution.
That's what it was.
Focus at the end of the game. Timeouts. Camden has 3. Rancocas Valley has 3. I don't expect Camden to use any of theirs. And RV has 3 plays to try and stop them.
1st and 15. They give left side, grab from behind and tossed down. Timeout immediately. That was Beasley with the tackle.
Michael Beasley on the tackle, number 33, Roman Duckett.
Now they just watch the ball. Don't give me a free 5. Okay, although Camden's tempted, they want to throw it. They have the horses up front, and they certainly have the backs to end this game just by running.
Shoppy's is even better online. You've probably visited their showroom at 1031 Shore Road in Linwood, but at Shoppy.com you can select and design your own trophy or award and order it right there. Shoppy's also has a complete line of unique gifts. Remember, you are not presenting the finest trophy unless you are presenting a Shoppy trophy. Phone 609-653-1684 for Shoppy since 1921. Second down and 13 with 2:07 left. Camden looking to protect an 8-6 lead. Jones, they give right side from Muhammad. Muhammad breaks a tackle, but then he's grabbed high and hard and knocked out.
Yeah, that's a 30-yard chase down by Beasley.
Muhammad taken down by Michael Beasley.
All the way across the field. He's running wind sprints right now.
See, Muhammad struggling to get up, and he may have to leave the game, but of course, his value is more as a receiver than as a runner, but still, you'd hate to lose someone like him.
Receiver is a great returner, too.
1:58 left. Timeout. If you're planning to build a home, make your first step a visit to Halliday Leonard. Halliday Leonard will consult you on your design and assist the development of your custom home. They build single homes that will fit most any budget, plus condominiums, townhomes, and commercial buildings. Get your ideas together. Take them to Halliday Leonard at 700 Haven Avenue in Ocean City or phone 609-398-5737. Halliday Leonard will help make your dream home a reality.
Whoever ends up winning this game, both teams have played well and they deserve the rankings they have. I honestly think it probably should have been 2 undefeated teams playing, but they're still, both teams have shown up.
3rd and 12. Braxton gets the call and gets near a first down, but he's going to be a couple of yards short.
This is a big decision because RV has a kicker. So you say, oh, no, you don't punt the ball. You just run it and you make them. Nah, you want to kind of get them far away from that as you can because you have a speedster, a couple of speedsters on Rancocas Valley's offense. And all you need is one breakdown defensively if you don't get this first down. You might want to think of punting it, putting it inside the 20, making an 80-yard drive or 60-yard drive, depending how far you can kick. Or if you have a play, run that play.
So 4th down and 4 for Camden.
I don't see a punter. They're on punt return, but I don't see a... Okay. Just don't jump. That's the number one thing they'll try and do. Get the automatic first down.
Ali Muhammad will punt it, we think. And he will. High. Knighton's just going to let it bounce, and it's going to go inside the 5-yard line, run down at the 1-yard line.
He did the right thing. That's just a crazy bounce. That is not a mistake. Unless you had a return called and saying, hey, we got a exciting returner, then he definitely should have called it. But in terms of the rules of punch, you're expecting to get the ball at the 20.
98 yards. Well, I shouldn't really say that. As you said, Sam, they have a kicker, so they don't have to go 98 yards.
That's right. So what do you do when you're backed up? Throw the ball deep.
And they do have an outstanding kicker. Last 3 years, he's made 10 of 12 field goals with a long of 39. That's Hollander.
Yeah, they got a free safety in now.
1:42 left. Harrison Looks right, doesn't like what he sees. He's going to escape, and then he's
That's
grabbed by his
flag.
helmet, going to be thrown down. Might be a face mask, and it looks like it will be.
Now, they gave him 15 yards with no time off the clock. They should be getting their next play ready. Coming back with something open. Teams have had very little success throwing against Camden. That means they had very few reps. That means put it out there and see what they can do. Look at Beasley. I mean, look at
But you could see on that last play that
McQueen.
Harrison looked to his right. Nobody was open there, and then really took off after that.
He can do that. Even if it's a fade, remember, it's not deep. It's thrown early. If you throw it early, you give yourself a chance to make a play.
Timeout called by the officials to talk things over before this next play.
If they were on the 2, they should be on the 17, right?
Rancocas Valley with the first down. 1:35 remaining.
We got it again. Focus. I know it sounds like a broken record.
Offside the call against Camden.
You have just as much chance of getting a big play with the McQueen on the outside as you do have speedy Bellamy on the inside. They took a man out of the box. Now you can block it. He breaks one tackle. He's been running hard all day. They're not going to catch him.
Well, we've seen, Sam, that on a number of occasions, McQueen has beaten his man convincingly.
Yes, he has.
They
Run
just
right by
have
him.
not been able to connect with him.
Yep. I would have both of them in the game. And
Harrison goes to the air, steps up. He's got room to the left side, going to run right out of bounds. Let's
good
see.
job not hitting him.
Picked
Smart
up the
play.
first down and got out of bounds.
Smart play, Camden. Right cornerback. I'm not sure if that was.
That was good enough for a Red Devil first down.
Of course, you don't know if you
Ibn Muhammad?
actually picked up the first, because if you do, the clock stops as well. But he did, got out of bounds, and another first down. So not much time
No.
off the clock.
Still a minute 25. You don't have any timeouts, but, you know, you can get it first and spike it if you're tackled in bounds. You just have a walkout backer and a free safety. You have a weak side of this defense. You can run it right here.
At the 27, looking to bail out again. This one is popped up in the air, and
Is that
Camden
intercepted?
says they have it on the interception, but they say no. It was RV recovering.
Ball was tipped to the line, signals from the
Well, that means the clock's going to be running, so they're going to have to either run another play. There's a second down now.
first being number 54, Jordan Evans.
Once they got them spread out,
Clock continues to run.
okay.
Harrison throwing to the right side. This one's incomplete. Intended for Birdsong.
That would have been a nice 10-yard gain, and the clock would have stopped. Right call. It's the right call. Is Camden going to put pressure on him now? Are they going to take the mystery out of it, send everybody, don't let them get the ball off?
Well, it's third down. They need 20. The question is, do they cross up the Panthers running the football with Bellamy, who can use that tremendous speed and take it the distance, or at least get him into field goal range, or are they just going to drop back and throw it?
I only can guarantee you one thing. Is Bellamy's on the sideline over here. He ain't getting it. So they're going to pass this.
Harrison, good protection. Throws to the right side. It's complete to McQueen, but he's
tackle.
thrown down immediately
Oh,
by
that's
Ibn
taunting.
Muhammad, and that's going to be a taunting flag.
Focus. Focus. Again. Now, that's going to be what? 15? I don't know if it's an automatic first or not.
Officials talking it over. Here comes the indication. Unsportsmanlike conduct is the call against Camden. It is not a first down. They call a fourth down for Rancocas Valley, but that makes it a lot easier to pick up. Not going to be easy per se, but easier.
Camden is just trying to hand the first down to RV.
Fourth down.
If they pass it, it's going to be an out pattern, which it should be. Should be a flood pattern to the wide side.
4th and 5 from the 32. 38.7 seconds remaining. Back to pass Harrison. Throwing deep down the right side and nowhere near the intended receiver again. That was McQueen, but he was kind of double teamed, but still was a couple of yards ahead of any of the defenders, but again, just not able to accurately throw the football to McQueen.
Now they have the free safety back, and that ship has sailed. This is when your speedster could have got you 5 yards or a speed out or something over there. It was just a day late and a dollar short for those type of plays.
So Camden takes over with the first down and just 32.3 seconds left, and you know what they're going to do here, run out the clock and walk out of here with a victory over the number 1 team on the online 25 in South Jersey. Jones with the knee.
And with the victory formation, the Camden Panthers will be victorious this evening by a score.
Both teams came, purported themselves well. Certainly are two talented teams. Camden did what they had to do to win this game.
Final score, Camden knocking off Rancocas Valley on the road by the count of 8-6. We'll be back to wrap it up right after this.
Rancocas Valley football is presented in part by APS Supply Company in Beverly. Call them at 609-877-7900 and let them know what you need. By Quality Concrete in Cinnaminson, where your residential concrete needs are their top priority. Phone 856-829-6000. And by Vimco, a manufacturer and distributor of quality construction supplies and accessories. Phone 610-768-0500. Parent Chief Chapels has been part of the greater Mount Holly community for more than 180 years. Community service and participation are both part of their heritage. When you have need of their services, call 609-267-0399 or go to their website at parentchief.com or just visit their offices at 438 High Street in Mount Holly. They are there to help honor the memory of your loved one. Parent Chief Chapels, a proud supporter of the student athletes at Rancocas Valley High School. Highway Tire and Auto Service stocks a wide selection of tires for your vehicle. Their passenger tire inventory includes favorite brands like Goodyear, Kelly, and Dunlop. But there's more. Highway Tire and Auto Service, family-owned and operated for over 60 years, also offers specials on oil changes, alignment, and brake service. Highway Tire and Auto Service, 1661 Route 38 in Mount Holly. Phone them at 609-267-5300 or visit them online at highwaytires.com.
Pride, passion, and persistence. These are the values that drive us all at Ron Jaworski Golf. We strive to deliver outstanding conditions as well as playability for golfers of all ages and abilities. Our championship golf courses offer a variety of challenges, from a link-style walk along the river to an escape into the pines and everything in between. My team at Ron Jaworski Golf is committed to delivering memorable experiences every single day. See all we do at ronjaworskigolf.com.
All right, back here at Rancocas Valley as the Red Devils taste defeat for the first time this season, going down to a very talented Camden Panther team. And they did have the better of it, Sam, pretty much all the way through. They were the better team here this evening, and they won it by the count of 8-6. They got a 1-yard touchdown run from Duckett in the first half. Got the 2-point conversion, made that hold up as Bellamy with a 7-yard run late in the game. 8-6, but they could not convert on the 2-point conversion. The final score 8-6. But I think in this game, this is no negative reflection at all on Malcolm Harrison, but I think they did miss in this game more than they have the entire time that Harrison's been the quarterback. They missed Savion Adams because of some of the things he could do, especially throwing the football.
I mean, yeah. I mean, this is the best team they played all year. I mean, Camden could easily be 5-0 right now. So they're playing one of the top teams. I mean, a heck of a defense. You think you have a hole, it gets closed. You think the ball's up in the air, they're there before you. You have some chances, but a good team gives you very few chances. And the likelihood of you calling the right play, executing the right way on those small, little, minute windows that they give you are small. And then you add in, you lost your tight end last week. You haven't had to start the quarterback for a few weeks. I know the coaches at RV will say, forget all that. We come to play, we come to win. There's no excuse. But the reality is the size and strength and speed of Camden and the coaching, they did a great job, and they actually deserve to win today.
Yeah, no question about it. They definitely were the better team. I mean, they did have some opportunities in the passing game, but despite the fact that McQueen got open a number of times, they just couldn't find him for the big gainer, and that really proved to be the difference. And, of course, in that first half, we saw Rancocas Valley turn the ball over early and often.
It was almost reminiscent of last year, where they had all kind of turnovers and plays and these crazy things that you can't win a game with one or two of them. But they had about 8, unscheduled plays that went against them. Camden kind of lost focus a little bit at the end, tried to give RV a chance to come back. It just didn't work out. They saw what they had to do. And you know what? If you lose to Camden, it's nothing to be sad about. They're a heck of a team. And you can be all right. You can be a good football team and still lose to Camden. So there's no reason to hang your head.
And, of course, I think playing a team like Camden really prepares you for some of the tough teams you've got coming up.
Yep.
RV closes the season against Washington Township at home on Friday, the 10th of October. Then goes to St. Augustine on Saturday, the 18th, for a noon kickoff, and closes the regular season at home the following Saturday with a 1 p.m. kickoff. Next week they will host Williamstown. So they're going to have Washington Township and St. Augustine 2 weeks in a row. They expect to have Adams back at the latest for the Washington Township game, and that's what really Coach Lucas is really looking at and planning for. Of course, the medical people say that he's good medically, but they didn't want to risk it against Camden, because obviously Washington Township could be a preview of the Group 5 playoffs.
Yeah, that's the team that they need him for, and they gave themselves chances to get back in the game. They scored. They gave themselves a chance, at the end. It wasn't a blowout, and like I'm saying, with what happened today is not what they wanted, not what anyone wanted. But you got to take your hat off to Camden. That's a good football team, all right? And the Rancocas Valley is a good team too. But Camden is a better team today, and that's all that really matters.
And we're going to find out just how good they are next week, Sam, because they host Winslow Township.
You're going to find out quick.
So once again, the final score here from Rancocas Valley. The Red Devils going down to Camden 8-6. Want to thank our producer, as always, Sean Kelly, our videographer, Alex Falco, and, of course, Sam Jenkins, my broadcasting partner. Once again, Rancocas Valley undefeated no longer as they lose it to Camden 8-6. For Sam, this is Tony. So long for now.